Today we're taking a look at the brand new PlayStation 4 remote specifically built for the PlayStation View system. This comes from PDP. It is an independent maker of these remotes. It is officially backed by Sony and does include, I believe this deal is still good. It may not be good when you try this, but I'll put a link to it on Amazon where you can find the deal. If you buy this, you do get an extended free trial of PlayStation View. So check that out. Again, these are limited time deals, and if you're watching this in the future, it may have already been over, but check that link in the show notes to go over to Amazon and check it out. Now this works with the PlayStation 4. I don't believe this works with the PlayStation 3. I didn't notice anything about that. Comment if you got this to work on the PlayStation 3, but I don't believe it does. The remote itself is pretty nice. As you can tell, it basically takes the game controller, takes all the inputs on the game controller, puts it into a more traditional remote feel on it. And it allows you to have your play, pause, fast forward, rewind, volume up, down. Of course, the share the options one, the PlayStation View, home button, power button, input, so you can control certain parts of the TV like the power, the volume, and the input on it, which is pretty nice. It is enough to turn on, with this remote, to turn on your PlayStation 4, check it out, navigate the menus, launch the one you want to watch, and control PlayStation View. Now, as you would expect, PlayStation 4 is the preferred console for PlayStation View viewing. It does have some additional features on there that other systems don't, like Roku or Fire TV or even the Apple TV. For example, multi-window viewing, so you can watch 3 different channels at once, something you don't get with a PlayStation or View experience on Roku, Fire TV, or Apple TV. You do, of course, have the directional D-pad right here, the enter. Of course, then you have the traditional like L1, L2, R1, R2, D, triangle, circle, and square, share. And then it also allows you, instead of having to use these, the X key or whatever, you can also hit the play, pause down here, fast forward, and so on. Why would I get this? Well, if I was a gamer, but I had family members who weren't, or let's use my mom for example. I feel like this is a device that my mom came over. I said, hey, we don't have cable, but we have PlayStation View, and I use my PlayStation 4. I feel like if I gave her this, she would be able to quickly figure out how to do it and jump around and use it just like she does on my Roku. So I think this is a great option for people like that. Of course, this sitting on the coffee table also looks a little bit nicer than having a bunch of game controllers sit on the coffee room table. So that's another option there. The build quality is good. These are rubber buttons. It's a nice plastic with rubber. It does run off of AAA batteries in the back. You just kind of slide this down, and right there is where you put in the AAA batteries, 2 of them. And the SAP Connect works just like any game controller. You go into the settings, you add a new game controller, and boom, you have this device here. There's no hardware connection on it. It's all wireless. You got the IR blaster to be able to control TVs on it. The manual here is very simple. It's thick, but it's because it's got many different languages in it. Just a couple pages. Shows you how to install the batteries, connect it, and set up the ability to control your volume, your power, and your input on your TV through the remote. There's been other remotes like this on the market. This one's very good, very aggressively priced. I'll put a link to it. It's really not a lot to say. It's a remote for PlayStation 4 to control PlayStation View on it. And it does a good job at it. So I would check it out. Now, if you're happy with the game controllers, if you say my PS4 controller does everything I want it to do, I wouldn't necessarily be running out to buy this. If you live in a household with non-gamers who are getting annoyed by having to use the PlayStation 4 game controllers to control their TV streaming experience, it's not a bad option. It does work with other apps like Netflix on it. So it's a fully fledged controller. You could even try to do a little gaming on this. Wouldn't recommend it for most games, to be honest with you, but it does have the D-pad directions here. It does have the ability to hit D and the different action keys on it. Of course, the shoulder buttons are right here, the inputs. So you, in theory, could try to get away with some very basic PlayStation 4 games on this. Wouldn't recommend it, but it's not a bad option. Have you ever got this on a PlayStation 3? I don't believe it works at it at all because it's completely set for the PlayStation 4 experience. Leave me a comment. I'm sure somebody's going to say there's a workaround mod or something to make that happen. But there are other remotes like this made for the PlayStation 3. I'll see if I can put a link to one on the show notes down below. So overall, build quality, 2 thumbs up. Usability, 1 thumb up. This is definitely a remote device meant to solve that problem of the non-gamers in the home having to use the gaming controller to watch their TV. Past that, it's just a cool little device that does a simple job of controlling your TV in a more traditional remote feel to it. So that's all I have to say. Does it well, works well, and it's not crazily overpriced. So thanks for watching. Hit that thumbs up, hit that subscribe button. Would really appreciate it.